Hey everybody, I'm Chris Wook. Bose is kind of the brand by which all others are measured when it comes to making small things that also sound good. Now with the Bose SoundLink 3, there's a new kid on the Bluetooth block. Does it push the envelope or does it just fit inside it? Let's find out. There actually isn't a whole lot here right out of the box. Opening it up, you'll find the Bose SoundLink 3 speaker itself and a wall charger. We're also looking at a cover in this review, but that is sold separately, and that's it. Unlike the 70s transistor radio design of its predecessor, the SoundLink 3 has a more sleek, rounded, and somewhat more subdued look. The wraparound metal grille is nice, but it looks kind of like plastic even though it isn't. On top, you'll find the very simplistic silicone button panel, which protects the speaker from dirt and dust. The SoundLink 3 has a solid weight to it, which isn't surprising given the materials used here. This has pros and cons. Looking at the good, the weight keeps the speaker from sliding around on your desk or table. On the other hand, if you're carrying this around a lot, you'll probably start to feel it. Speaking of carrying it around, though the SoundLink 3 feels pretty solid, the cover we saw briefly before can be found in various colors for about $35. This isn't going to make the speaker bulletproof, but it will help soak up a few shocks and is definitely handy. Connectivity is very simple with the SoundLink 3. Turn it on and it immediately starts broadcasting so your Bluetooth device can find and pair with it. This was always easy and quick in my testing. If you need to pair again, just tap the Bluetooth button on top and there you go. There was also a standard size auxiliary jack on the back of the speaker which allows you to connect other devices. Just tap the aux button on top and you're connected. As with other Bose Bluetooth speakers, there is no speakerphone functionality here. This shouldn't be a problem for most of us, but if this is important to you, it's worth keeping in mind. Bose claims a battery life of up to 14 hours on the SoundLink 3, up from around 7 hours with its predecessor. In my testing, they seem to be very close to the mark here. I left the speaker running all day, and it was still running after about 12 hours when I shut it off. 3 hours is all it takes you to fully charge it, which isn't bad at all considering what that charge gets you. I tested the SoundLink 3 using a wide variety of musical styles, including rock, hip-hop, jazz, punk, electronica, metal, and solo acoustic guitar, and it held up very well throughout all of them. The low end is pretty heavily emphasized here. I noticed that even songs that weren't particularly bass-heavy had more low-end presence than I was used to hearing when played through the SoundLink. This is likely a plus for most people, and you can always back off the bass with your music player's equalizer if you want. Now this does affect the low-mids slightly, as they can be overshadowed by the upper-low end at times. The rest of the mid-range is solid, but certainly isn't hyped. The mid-range isn't boxy sounding at all either, which is a common problem in Bluetooth speakers. The high end is fairly crisp with nice detail and no harsh sounding bumps in the frequency range. Stereo spread is never going to be very good in a speaker this size, and while Bose pulls a few tricks to make it sound a little wider, it still sounds almost mono. The main question people will have is this: does the SoundLink 3 sound better than the SoundLink 2? The answer is yes, absolutely. Plus, it gets much louder than the SoundLink 2 without distorting. You probably want to hear it yourselves, so here you go. Overall, the Bose SoundLink 3 continues the trend of being the Bluetooth speaker to beat. That said, it sells for $299. That's $300 in real-world speak, and not everybody is willing to shell that much out for any speaker. Still, if you do make the purchase, I doubt you'll regret it. And that is it for this one, folks. If you want to know a few more details, check out the companion article over at AndroidAuthority.com. You can find a handy link down in the video description. While you're down there, you can also find social media links to follow me, Android Authority, or the Android Authority crew. Now, if you haven't, make sure to subscribe, and since you're here already, why not check out a few other videos? Once again, I'm Chris Wook, and thanks for watching.